Good morning. I hope you all had a nice weekend. Today we'll start with current events. The topic is sequestration. Does anyone know what that means? Alright Veena, why don't you tell us?
It means to separate, or in that current legal sense, to set aside, so we can deal with it later.
Very good. Can someone tell us how we got into this situation?
Yes, it was caused by the Super Committee in 2011. My dad says they never had a chance. It was a setup.
That's because they had only one girl on the committee.
Very good. Then what happened?
Well, it was the president's idea, this sequestration. He figured he would win the election, and then he could get what he wanted, the tax code changes.
My dad said, that Obama said, this was all designed to say we can do these bad cuts. Let's do something smarter. That was the whole point of this so-called registration.
My mom said, they had no plan B, these jokers never believed it would happen.
The whole design of these arbitrary cuts was to make them so unattractive and unappealing that Democrats and Republicans would actually get together and find a good compromise.
That's right. That's what Obama said.
Children, you were excellent. So tomorrow we can continue this discussion. Be prepared to talk about what went wrong. Look for Boner and McConnell. Well class, I assume we are all prepared to discuss where we stand on sequestration. How Republicans feel. What will Obama do? Who would like to start?
I can start. I'm ready. Mom told me the Republicans are too smart for Obama. He thought they would give in because of the defense cuts. But Boehner said no. You owe us spending cuts.
That's right. Boehner said. How much more money do we want to steal from the American people to fund more government? I'm for no more.
So what? Obama said, I am prepared to do hard things and to push my Democratic friends to do hard things. But what I can't do is ask middle-class families, ask seniors, ask students to bear the entire burden of deficit reduction, Obama said. It's not fair, it's not right.
Senator McConnell of Kentucky said, I will not be part of any backroom deal, and I will absolutely not agree to increase taxes.
It does not look like the Republicans are going to give in.
Why should the Republicans give in? McCain said on TV that he and his committee worked 3 weeks, 100 hours on a proposal, and he wants that done. They must be tired.
Listen, 100 hours in 3 weeks is nothing. My mom and dad work 50, sometimes 60 hours a week.
Zach is correct. Most working people work more than 100 hours in 3 weeks. It's not how long you work, it's how well you do that job.
So is the president doing a bad job?
Yes, he is doing a very bad job. He wants tax increases so he can keep on spending.
No, he's doing a good job. Congress won't let him do better. He needs to change the tax code so we can collect more money to pay back our debt. What's wrong with that?
That's not a good job. He needs to make us cabinet people. Cut out the waste in their departments.
Another good job. Tomorrow we will talk about what we think should be done. I think we can work together better than Obama and Congress. Good morning. I think we need a little background before we start today. Does anyone know how much we pay our congressmen?
$174,000 a year.
But when you add everything up, we pay more than $8 million per congressman to get their jobs done.
That's very good. The president and Congress make a good salary. So what would you tell them to do to fix this sequestration situation? Eddie, you have not said a word for 2 days.
This ought to be good.
Yes, I have been thinking. The president and Congress need to walk a mile in my dad's shoes.
What does that mean?
What's he talking about?
There are good people in Congress and the government. Ashton Carter said he would donate 20% of his salary to charity.
I don't get it.
Cut that out. Of course you don't get it.
Me neither.
Okay. Senators McCaskill and Nelson will introduce legislation that would cut pay for members of Congress if federal employees are furloughed due to the sequester.
That's pretty radical.
Not so. People get fired if they don't do their jobs.
Now, I would take it further than that. I would cut the salaries of all the so-called executives in our government by 25%. Till they got us out of this mess.
I like that. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Yes, a letter to Obama.
Me too.
Let's write a letter.
A letter to Obama.
Raise your hands if you are in favor of a letter to Obama. Wow, unanimous. I am so proud of you.
The teacher did a hell of a job with those kids. I miss the good old days.
Have we walked them out yet?
Mitch, don't be such a wuss.
Obi, publicity is one thing. I sure hope you didn't agree to a pay cut.
A pay cut? Now that is something to cheer about. Hip hip hooray.